Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dan Lags, and welcome back to part number 6 of the HGTV Dream Home 2017 Let's Build. Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to continue to make some building progress here on the Dream Home of 2017. Last episode we did a landscaping video, and I started planting some trees in the front yard, just figuring out the landscape and things like that. It was pretty productive. And I built on that off camera in between episodes. I actually ended up adding the second hedge over here. I also planted some better trees in those spots that were giving us problems. And I also tried to build some other pine tree styles, or palm tree styles, I should say, here next to the garage. And I think those look pretty decent. They're not great, but the city texture pack is a little limited when it comes to building custom trees in terms of how you want them to look and things like that. So I think they look okay. They might be a little bit better if I possibly made like skinnier trunks. Maybe I used some fences for that, or maybe something along those lines. But and I also planted some more trees over here. But the front landscape isn't done yet, but it's getting there, and I'll probably end up adding some more trees to it. I just want to really make this place very filled with trees, so we're gonna make sure that we do that. But today's episode is going to be about the backyard. I am stuck on a tree. It's going to be about the backyard over here. So I've cleared out a pretty decent amount of space back here to build the pool area. You know, in retrospect, this probably wasn't the best spot to put this house, just because I had to really clear a lot of land for this. It was it's just such a grind having to TNT and, you know, do all that stuff. But I have a plenty of space here now. I even kind of started to map it out a little bit, so I should be good for the rest of the Let's Build in terms of adding the backyard. We're obviously not going to be able to do any of the lake area behind here. I mean, that would take just centuries. Like, even by the time I got all that done, we'd be connected over here to like the GTA house, so it would just be ridiculous. But today I'm going to work on the pool area, the backyard, things like that. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so today we're going to be working on the backyard, and I'm just going to quickly talk you guys through what I plan on finishing today. You're going to see the pool area here. Nice looking pool. We're going to get the whole shape of the pool worked on today, and hopefully fill in the whole water. Also, the surrounding stone here, we're going to fill that in as well. Not sure if we're going to get to this wood over here today, just because I'm not sure what block I'm going to use for that just yet. And then as well, what I'm going to try to do later on in the episode is work on this terrace thing over here. It could be potentially a little complicated because of the curvature, but we're going to try to make a design for that as well. So with all that being said, guys, let's get started working on this backyard. All right, everybody, the first thing I'm going to do is start by building the perimeter of the pool. But before I do that even, I am going to put down a couple of Dangeles anvils over here. I'm going to place one on top of the slabs of quartz that I have here. I'm just going to make it like 3 blocks tall. Something along those lines. That'll be good. And basically the whole pool deck area I'm going to be filling in with andesite and polished andesite. I'm going to use kind of a mix. I think this is the best block choice that I could use for this design. The pool is almost like a cobblestone look, but the cobblestone here in the city texture pack doesn't really look like that. So I'm going to use andesite. I think it looks a little bit better. You'll see actually, you know, the preview that I did a second ago, that the side of the pool is it's kind of like where the pool chairs are. It's kind of like a gray wood, and unfortunately we don't have that in the city texture pack, so I'm not going to be able to do that. It's interesting because acacia wood probably would have been perfect for that in the default, but acacia wood for some reason isn't gray in the city. I wish it was, but nearly nothing we can do about that, so I will improvise and choose a different block. I might use cobblestone. I might use regular wood or something. I really don't know yet. We're just going to have to see what matches, but anyway, I said that I was going to add in some polished diorite as well. I'm just going to kind of mix it in the randomizer format, similar to what we have on the front driveway. Just a random mix of regular and polished diorite. Should be a good combo here for this pool deck, I'm hoping. So we will kind of take a step back and just see how that looks in a small amount. So it looks pretty good. I think that's a nice complement to the house. It's a nice gray color, so we will go with that. It actually looks quite good. So let's go ahead and get started here with this pool perimeter. And what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to start it like right here. And I'm also actually going to punch this into the ground 1 block because we're going to have the pool obviously in the ground. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks out of that space with some slabs. Might actually take this a little bit more, maybe 11 blocks. I'm going to curve this by 1, and then I'm going to do some 2s. So we got some 2s. And I'm probably going to take this to probably right around here. So we'll go up maybe 2 more 2s, and that'll line up nicely. Okay. And then I'm going to start taking this back down this way with some more 2s. Or should I make these 3s? We'll go with 2s. All right, so... And I'm going to take this down so it's the same distance from over here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to do the same over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here would be the block choice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And let's see. I have to take this down like that. And then we can place a block there and start to curve this back this way. That'll work. All right. And I'm going to have this run down to, let's see, probably right around here. Yeah, that'll be good. I'm going to curve this by 1 and then send it back this direction. And this is basically just going to be a straight line going all the way across here. But we're going to start to add a little curvature to the pool. In fact, now that I'm looking at it from this angle, I'm going to take this up an extra 3 blocks here. And I am going to do a few more blocks like that. Start to curve this inward maybe a little bit. And connect it like that. So that's going to be the perimeter of our pool. It looks like a state, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like... what state does that look like? I don't know, but it kind of looks like a state. So that'll be good. That's a little bit big. Yeah, no, actually that looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is start to break open all of this grass here. And basically just start to TNT some of this stone. And open up the space where I can actually put the water in. Because I want to get the whole pool done today. And as well as like the perimeter of the andesite and the polished andesite. I want to get all that done today. Add some pool chairs maybe. Stuff like that. Just get like a good amount of the backyard done. Because my plan for the rest of the series, we're here on part 6. My goal is to, like I said, do those things for the rest of this episode. Part 7, I anticipate myself working on interior for the majority of the episode. And then part 8 will be the last episode that we're going to do. Just 8 parts for this series, not too long. And I'll just kind of do a wrap-up episode, maybe a combination of a bunch of different things. So, and then, of course, after that, we'll have the final tour, just like we do every year. And the HGTV 2017 Dream Home will be wrapped up. And then we can start looking forward to 2018. So, not really. We're definitely not looking that far ahead. But we're making great progress in this house. I'm just glad that I can, work productively, because sometimes I build a little slow, and I always worry that I'm not getting enough things done on each episode. But to have like the whole perimeter of the house and everything finished, and most of the landscape on the front yard finished through 6 episodes, I was pretty happy with that. All right, so we got that open up. So let's see, how deep do we want this pool to be? Let's go like 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks deep. So I'm just gonna hash out the perimeter of this on screen, and then I'm gonna do a quick jump cut for you guys and actually get some TNT rolling in here, because this is going to take some time to get this whole thing carved out, especially considering that it's stone. Stone, in case you guys don't know, is pretty impervious to TNT in this game. I believe it only gets rid of a couple of blocks for some reason. So I feel like that's what TNT should be used for, is stone. So I'm not really sure why it's not very effective, but I don't know. I guess it's just so it's like they didn't want TNT to be too destructive, I guess. Because then, you got the whole griefing issue. I don't know how many of you guys played console Minecraft way back when it first came out. But TNTing and just griefing in general on this game was a pretty big issue early on, since there weren't really that many privacy policies inside the game. So you couldn't lock your lobbies. Anybody could join at any time, as long as they just went in your name and joined. And, there was no privilege lock or anything, so people had everything in the game. And it caused for quite a bit of griefing problems, which is, I think, the main reason why this game is so sealed up now in terms of its privacy. Like right now, in the current state of Minecraft on console, you cannot join someone's game if you're not friends with them. That's just unless like there's friends of friends on. But like if you wanted to just play with one person, you had to be friends with them in order for them to play. So they never used to be like that. It was a couple years ago, it was pretty bad. You could really easily grief someone's world. So nowadays, it's really hard to grief somebody's world, honestly, and actually like pull it off. I'm not saying that you should do that, because it's kind of mean, destroying someone's builds. But it's pretty hard to pull it off nowadays if you think about it, just because of the fact that people can make extra saves of their world now on Xbox One. You can, let's just say, you can have multiple saves, and that way if someone did grief your world or something and it auto-saved and you didn't know it, you always have an extra file. So there's so many extra precautions you can take, which I think is a good thing. However, I do think they should change it back to where you don't have to be friends with someone to join their game. I think that should be changed, because there's privileges. I mean, as long as you have that stuff on, no one can really do anything. So I don't know. I don't know why I started talking about that. That was kind of a ramble, but it went from TNT to rambling about the history of privacy in console Minecraft. So I don't know. I have no idea. It's just a let's build. I'm building. I'm in the zone right now. I'm breaking stone. Let's do the rest of this though. Actually, let me do like the last little perimeter here. I am not destroying all of this, on screen right now, guys. This is going to take way too long. So, and we're not trying to make this a 45-minute video. That would not be very good. So we are going to do a little jump cut right now. I'm going to get rid of this last block of block of stone here with TNT. Here, I'll show you guys real quick before I cut to destroying this. Look at how much one TNT block does to stone. It's really not that good. Check it out. I mean, it'll probably destroy the gravel a little bit more. See, like, look, it only gets rid of like maybe a 1 block radius of where the block was. It's not that great. So I'll destroy the rest of this. It's going to take me a minute or two, but when it's done, we can start to fill in the water, and we'll have ourselves a pool. All right, everybody, now that we have the pool unearthed, let's go ahead and start filling in the water. But first, we need to clean up some things here. I actually am going to leave the pool stone on the inside, not because I'm lazy and I don't want to change it, because I actually think it could look pretty good. I don't think I've ever done a stone pool, so we're gonna go for it, at least on the HGTV Dream Homes, that is. But let me just kind of clean some of this up. Maybe we can leave this cave system here so you can swim down into it. No, that's probably not a good idea. That seems unsafe, so we'll get rid of that. We can leave those ores there for a decorative touch. No, we're definitely not doing that. So, although I will admit the ores in the city texture pack actually look kind of decent. Not gonna lie, I think the detail on them is pretty cool. Regardless, I don't know why you'd ever play, survival in the city texture pack, but there we go. We have our pool dug out. Looks pretty nice. I'm telling you, it looks like a state. What state does this look like? I swear, it looks like is it like, it kind of looks like Texas, I guess, a little bit. It's like a really fat Texas. Maybe. I don't know. But it's like, damn, that looks nothing like Texas. What are you talking about? In fact, it actually kind of looks like the United States a little bit. Like, that's Maine up there. That's like the bottom of Texas and like the curvature of the South. The only thing it's missing is like the peninsula of Florida. Kind of looks like the United States a little bit. A little bit, guys. I might be crazy. But let's go ahead and start filling this in here with water. Level by level here. I remember how I'm starting to go back on the old Minecraft. I'm back to that theme, talking about old stuff on console Minecraft. I remember when water used to be just annoyingly difficult to build with. It was so hard to place it. You had to do the top layer. You had to fill in the second highest layer in the pool, and then fill in the top layer above it, and then break the layer below it. Now you just go layer by layer with water. It's so much better. It takes like way less time to get the whole thing filled in. The water flowing mechanics of this game have been massively improved over the years, and the game overall has just improved a lot from the beginning of console Minecraft. Although I will admit the original forms of console Minecraft were super fun and nostalgic. In fact, guys, I do have a an old revisiting the beta version of console Minecraft series I did over the summer. If you guys want to check that out, shameless plug. I believe it was like TU1 Minecraft. It was super fun. But there we go. We have our patriotic shaped pool filled in. What else can we do to this? Oh yeah, let me throw some boats on it, little floaties, because the boats nowadays. Let's see. Let's do a jungle boat, because I like that fiery theme. Actually, boats are kind of cool. I have not even looked at these at all. Actually, let me look at all the new boats in the city texture pack. These are actually kind of sick. Not gonna lie, I like these designs. Acacia, dark oak wood. They're pretty cool. Honestly, like the dark oak wood one is really nice. Like, look at that. That's a nice texture there. Where's my dark oak wood block looking like that? That would have been sweet. Anyway, we're good on that. We have our pool filled in. Let's go ahead and start to fill in the polished diorite, or polished andesite, and regular andesite as well. I'm going to just start with the perimeter of the pool, and then we'll go from there. But I'm going to get this filled in. And then we are going to just start to add some little details here in the backyard, maybe the grill area. I'm also going to work on that little like awning thing over there. I'm not really sure what to call it, but we're going to work on that. It's a little terrace, I guess, on the side of the backyard. And we'll see what other little details we can add for today. And then any other little details that I miss on the actual build from the website that, I don't get to today, I will do those off camera, or I'll wait until episode 8 where we do our kind of wrap-up episode and just, double check everything, make sure everything's detailed. I can get to it then, but this video here is really more about just getting like the bulk of this stuff figured out more than anything else. And we've already made some amazing progress. Just getting the pool shape in first try is always a good thing, because sometimes these pool shapes, especially when they're not just straight squares, can be a little tricky. Me personally, I don't really like, in Minecraft, I don't really like pools that have weird shapes. I usually just go with like a square shape if I was going to build a pool. It really depends though. I think, ellipse-shaped pools could be good as well. So it's really one of those things where it depends on your preference, I guess. But City Texture Pack Advanced Water, or actually this isn't the City Texture Pack Advanced, this is just a regular City Texture Pack. Almost slipped there, but the City Texture Pack Water isn't the best, so pools in general in this texture pack aren't that great, I don't think. Just because I think the water is just a little bit too turquoise. Doesn't look that realistic. It looks like Caribbean water, if anything. Alright, so let's see. Alright, we'll get the rest of this filled in here. We'll just do this right now. In fact, let me grab one of the classic Taylor Swiftness potions, get that out. We're gonna try to speed up this process just a little bit, breaking all these blocks. I don't have my modded controller on Xbox One. You guys remember back in the day of CLD on 360, build-in on 360 in general, with my modded controller where I could break blocks super fast. That thing was like the MVP, I'll tell you. It almost makes me want to buy a new one for console. I don't really need it on PC because of World Edit, but I'm thinking about buying one for Xbox One. I don't even know if they make rapid fire modded controllers for Xbox One. I have a Scuff, that's what I'm using right now, and my Scuff controller is like amazing, so I wouldn't stop using that for anything. In fact, the Scuff controller, even though it's designed for shooter games, is actually pretty useful for Minecraft, just because I don't have to, I can fly around and stuff without having to, press A to elevate myself. I can just use the paddles in the back, so those little things, they're pretty helpful, honestly. Not super helpful for Minecraft, but it's not like completely useless, if that makes sense. But yeah, Scuff controllers, they're top tier. I will admit that. That was a good purchase. That was definitely a good purchase. But with that being said, I still think I might get a modded controller as well for Xbox One, so I could break blocks faster for Minecraft. It's so funny how that works. How something that I originally bought for Call of Duty back in the day became like so incredibly useful for Minecraft like several years later. It's just funny how some things work like that. But anyway, I think we have most of this stuff filled out. I've been just rambling this video about just all kinds of stuff, just because I've been spending so much time just filling in things and breaking stuff. I've had time to just ramble. Sometimes I'm just getting so much of a zone in the build where I don't even like say anything other than what I'm thinking. That happens a lot. Sometimes I forget to answer question of the day videos like early in the video on CLD videos, just because I'm so in the zone on building what I'm doing that like I look at the time like, oh crap, we're 16 minutes into the video and I still haven't answered a question of the day. That happens a lot. It's just one of those things where I lose track of time. Sometimes when you're building, time just flies in this game. I'll tell you, building is something that it does not. You gotta put time into it. I'll tell you. If you want to build something that's like detailed and good, you gotta spend time on it. It is always gonna take longer than you think it's going to, but that's fine. Because building in Minecraft is one of the more satisfying things you can do in video games, I think. At least me personally. I'm sure a lot of you guys think that as well. Whenever you finish a build that you spent a lot of time on, that you think is really good, that's always a pretty good feeling for a video game. And, Minecraft building, that I'm sure all you guys feel that way as well. If you're watching a Minecraft building video on YouTube like you are right now, I'm sure you feel that way. So there's a good satisfaction you get from finishing a build that took you a long time to make. I don't think there's any doubt about that. All right, everybody, we got our pool deck filled in. Looking pretty good. We got the full pool built and the surrounding patio thing. So let's finish up the episode here. Let's work on this terrace build over here. So I'm going to grab some, let's see. I think I'm going to use some light gray wool, We're going to definitely need some quartz slabs. We're going to need some quartz pillars and maybe some quartz stairs. And we're going to get this thing started. I've already placed the original pillar blocks right here. So I'm going to place another one lined up with it, probably right there. And then the same thing goes over here. So we're just going to make a big rectangle here. It might honestly be a square. I don't know. But we're going to start off with that. And what I'm going to do is go, let's see. We're going to have 2 blocks there. I could put it here. I think I'm going to actually put it like here instead. So that's going to go 2 and 2. Yeah, that'll work. And then same thing over here. Place that block there. Actually, no. Let's do... How do I want to do this? Let's do over here. I'm going to place this one in 2 blocks. 2 and 2. So that's there. Is that 1 block away from that? Oh, this is 2 blocks away from that. Okay. So that's 2 and 2. All right. And then from here, we're going to try to find the middle of this. So it might be right there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. That's perfect. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. What if we did it right here instead? I think that might look a little bit better. We might move it in. I don't know yet. But let's see if that would be the spot where we choose. I think that's actually, I'm going to move this in 1 block to there. I think that'll be better. But if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, all of these pillared quartz blocks that I placed here are now going to actually be built upwards. And we're going to start by, we're just going to build this little terrace thing in the backyard. Just kind of like a sitting area. It doesn't really have any cover for rain or anything like that. It's really just more of a decorative thing that you could sit at maybe, in the summer or something like that. Or it really just depends. This is in Georgia, so I'm sure the weather's pretty decent all year round. Not amazing, but it's good enough to where you could probably sit out there at any time of year depending on how nice it was out. But that doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do now is place, actually I'm going to take these up 1 more each level. And I am going to use some stairs as well as some light gray wool. So I'm going to start by connecting light gray wool across to this one. And then we're going to do that. Got to make sure this connection is sound. So this is something I have to keep in mind here. Let's see if we can find a better connection, maybe like that. So 2, yeah, that's a good connection. All right, we'll do that. And this is going to be 2. There we go. Oh, we're going back this way, actually. All right. This one's going to go straight across. There we go. Nice connection. That was not too bad. Now what I'm going to do is place some stairs upside down on each one of these. I guess I'll place them on each side. Like so. And then what I'm also going to be doing, actually, yeah, we're going to place them on both sides there. I think. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. And then I'm going to place another one right here. And I might even place one here as well. Okay. So we have that. Now we're going to add some slabs on top of it. So here's how this is going to work. It's going to go 2 blocks off and run down like that. And actually 1 block more. And then we're just going to skip every other block here. Like so. Till we get right here. Same thing on the other side. And those are going to go all the way across. So it's not really going to be any like cover or anything like that. But it will look nice, I do believe. Alright, and then on this side, we got to figure out. This is going to be a little bit weirder. Since, as you can see, this is like a pretty bizarre angle we got here. So I'm going to start by curving these, actually. And I'm going to curve these by 2 going inwards. So we got 2, curve it, 2, curve it, 2, until we get to the other side. And let's have this go off a little bit. Like that, maybe. It's a little off, but I could probably make that a little bit better, but it's fine for now. And what I'm going to do, actually, this seems a little weird. I feel like this is like a build that would look good, but maybe not in Minecraft the way I'm doing it currently. I might make some modifications to it. So it might not be the same as the real life build, but it'll look better for Minecraft. I think that's what I probably should do with this, because just the way I'm getting this built right now, I don't know if it's going to look that good. I'll continue with it. Might make some changes to it, but this part here, though, that part's good. That's definitely a keeper, 100%. We just got to figure out the curvature part of it, which is going to be probably a little bit weird. So, let's see. The curve will go here, and yeah, we'll continue the curvature of it. I don't know. I might ultimately scrap it. We'll just have to wait and see. And it's gonna have to sneak through here, I guess. I might just connect it like that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do ultimately. I think that'll be the best play here, guys. So that'll go out too. And I'll just eventually curve it in until it connects to the straight line one. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think it'll be fine, actually. So the next one goes, where does it go? We gotta go 2 blocks in from here, so here. And then it's gonna go like that. There we go. A little bit tricky. And this one's only gonna go in 3 total. 3 sets at least. Alright. So yeah, what do you guys think? I don't know, like, I'm not super sure about this. It might end up looking good, it might not. I'm gonna finish it right here though, for sure, before I throw, or, write it off completely. But, I think as far as the curvature goes, I think I am doing a pretty good job with it. I just don't know if it's going to ultimately end up looking that good in Minecraft. So modifications might be necessary for it to look, very good, I guess. All right, and should I have this go out like that? Just so it kind of continues with that line? Yeah, I probably should. And this one's going to be... we'll start from this side since I'm having a little bit better time visualizing it from over here. Okay. Yep, we got it. Now we got it. Now we're good. Okay. Yeah, this one's way off of the side here. Let's change that a little bit. We'll do that. Yeah. And then I think that's it. I don't think I'm going to do any more of those. So let's just see how it looks like from underneath. Underneath, I think it looks good. I feel like it could use some work though. I'm not sure if I like that much. I think it would probably be better in Minecraft if I made it just like all straights instead of curving. I don't know, like I think it would have to be either all of both, you know what I mean? Not just, half of it as flat and then half of it as curved. I think it'd have to be, either, all of it being curved or none of it being curved, if that makes sense, or the other way around. So that's pretty good. And then ultimately what this area is going to be over here, let me give you guys like a perimeter idea here. So this is going to be kind of like a hanging area over here. If I run this down, it's going to go out in front of this and then back this direction. So that actually connects pretty nicely right in front of that, which is good. And this will continue actually to about here. And then we'll start to curve this backwards. And then this is going to run across. And there's going to be some kind of block choice here. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use, though. Oh, man, it's a tough choice. I might go with something completely unconventional. Maybe cobblestone. That's not unconventional at all, but something else maybe. But on the real-life build, this is some sort of like darker gray wood, which we just don't really have a block for that in Minecraft. So I'm going to have to probably improv on that a little bit, but... Let me go ahead and delete the boats now, just so we can get a good view of this pool from an aerial view, see what we've gotten done. I think it looks pretty good. This thing needs a little work, I think, but there's going to be some chairs behind it. We're going to add more plants and trees and things like that to spruce up this backyard, but as just getting the bulk of this done here today is very valuable. And next episode, we are going to focus on crafting the interior. And then the final episode after that, episode 8, we are going to wrap everything up, just kind of do a final episode, just detailing things. So With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the HGTV Dream Home Let's Build. Just making some good progress here on the backyard. The overall build is pretty close to being finished. We're all about detailing at this point, pretty much. So, and interior, and then we'll be wrapped up here. So, thank you guys for watching. It's been Dangeles. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy it, and I will talk to you guys on the next episode. Peace out.